This says that I'm live. It says that I'm live in 3 places: Facebook profile, Facebook group, and YouTube. So let me check and see if that's actually accurate. And if you're just coming on, say hello in the chat, because I also want to test out this chat. I'm testing out this platform. I've never used this platform before for live streaming, so I'm testing this all out right now. So I just want to go and do a quick check. I'm testing this all out right now. I am live on YouTube. That's cool. All right, let me check Facebook. Let's see what Facebook has going on. Let's see. Oh, I am. I'm live on Facebook. Awesome. I'm live on my profile. Let me see if I'm live in my group, which is the other place I told it to go live, but that was a little bit trickier to set up. Let's see. Not sure that it's working in there. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it's live in my group. Okay, so I still need to figure out how to make that work. But hello, everybody. I'm glad you're here. And if you are here, I would love it if you would leave me a comment, because I'm learning this new platform, and I can see the comments from the different platforms all in one place, like I used to be able to in my old platform, but I've never used this one before, so I want to see how it works. And I don't even know if anybody's going to show up for this live, because it was so last minute. I gave you guys no notice at all. But I just didn't want to wait any longer. I wanted to do a test run today before it gets into like dinner time and all of that. So if you're here, say hello. And we will check and see how the... Oh, cool. I see a comment. So let me see if I'm going to show it on screen. Oh, there we go. See that? You can see yourself on screen. Thank you for saying hello. See you now. And if anyone else jumps on, it also tells me what platform you're on. So let me see. I think this says YouTube. I don't know why I can't read it. Yeah, I think you're on YouTube. So thank you for tuning in. And like I said, I mostly just wanted to try out this new platform because I'm just kind of testing it out right now before I do any real training. But I did also send out an email today asking if there was anything anybody needed help with. And I said that I would do some of that on here as well. So I have some responses from that I can go over as well. Let me just check on my Facebook again real quick, just to see if it's working. I don't usually go live on my profile. That's where it's going live right now. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but it's there. So I usually go live in my group, but for some reason it's not letting me go live in my group right now. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to get into the content. And hey, Cindy. So Cindy, I think, is on YouTube as well. Good to see you guys here. Thank you for saying hello, because it's nice to know that my comments are working. I don't think I've gotten any comments from Facebook yet, so I want to see if that's working as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into, since you guys showed up, and since, I'm testing this out, and this video is going to... The cool thing about this platform is just like any other streaming platform, when you stream live on a platform like YouTube, the video stays there. So when you're doing live training, it helps you to create a piece of evergreen content that will stay up on your channel when you're done. So that's cool because we can show up on here live, we can engage with our audience, and then we can have that piece of content stay up on our channel. The other great thing about this platform that I am streaming from right now is that they have a built-in editor. And so like when this live stream is over, I can edit this however I want and add captions. I can do all kinds of stuff, music. I can add, there's also like some, like they have like this media. Tell me if you guys can hear this, like cheering or drum roll. So they have this stuff like built in that I can use live, but they also have this really robust editor where you can do all kinds of cool stuff. And the other thing I can do on here is I can invite other people. Like if Cindy wants to come out, like if Cindy, let's see, received your email and waited for this live. Oh, cool. I'm glad you received my email. So like if someone wanted to come out on here, I could send you an invite link and you could be live on here with me. And then it'll split the screen however I tell it to. There's all these different like layouts and stuff. I can also share my screen on here and stuff like that. Oh, okay. So you couldn't hear the media. That's interesting. Huh. I wonder if there's like let me see. I shouldn't have to. Oh, wait, let's see. Okay, live. Okay, now I'm going to do it. Tell me if you can hear it this time. Can you hear that? I'm gonna make it stop. All right. Tell me, tell me if you can hear that, if you heard that time, Cindy. I don't see you live on Facebook. So, are you on my Facebook profile? Okay, cool. Cindy says that she heard my clapping. Okay, so I figured out how to do that. So the other thing that I can do besides like the sound effects that they have on here are I can upload media ahead of time. Like if I wanted to share a video with you guys or an audio or whatever, I can have it ready to go and just like put it on here and it'll just play it for you while I'm live, which is cool. So all right, so you're on my profile and you don't see it. That's interesting. Let me look at it again because I see it. It's really weird though, because it doesn't look like anybody's there. Hold on, I'm going to refresh my screen on Facebook. Yeah, there's no comments, which makes me wonder what's happening with it. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't normally stream on my Facebook profile. It looks to me like it's working, but I don't know that for sure. Did you go to my profile and then try refreshing it, see if that works? That's what I did, and it was there. Okay. So, if those of you that are here have any questions at all or anything. All right, the last post is the one with the feathers. Yeah, that was from yesterday. So, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why Facebook isn't showing it. I wonder, Cindy, can you check my Facebook? See if you see it there? My Facebook profile. I already checked my group and it's not showing there. The group is trickier. And I thought I had it set up right, but apparently I didn't. Let me just, yeah, it's definitely showing up on my profile for me. Let me check my group again. It's definitely not in my group, at least not for me. But Cindy, if you would check my Facebook profile, that would be helpful because it does show up for me, so I don't know why it wouldn't be showing up for anyone else. It's kind of strange. Okay. Thank you. She's checking. Thank you, Cindy, for checking. Yeah, like I said, today is just kind of a trial run of this stuff, this new technology. And I really haven't been going live much in the last year or so. And I thought I wanted to start getting back into it. I think I'm going to do it at a certain time. I have a time of the week that I think is going to be like a certain, same time weekly that I'll plan on going live with different trainings and stuff or interviewing different guests. The other cool thing about this platform is that I can stream my podcast live. Like when I'm doing interviews for my podcast, I can stream them live. And then, like I said, this platform creates a recording of it where I can edit it right here and then download the audio and put it up on my podcast. This platform is actually also a podcast hosting. So if I wanted to, I could actually get rid of the podcast hosting that I have. I don't think I'm going to, though, because I've been using it for so many years and I trust it and like it and know how to use it. So, all right. So that's really interesting. Nobody is seeing it on my Facebook profile. Well, this is good to know because I'm going to send in a support ticket when I get off of here and ask them to tell me why it's not showing up there. Let me see what it's showing over here as far as help. Yeah, it's just showing up here. Let's see. Yeah, it's showing 0 people on Facebook. But it is showing it on Facebook for me. Like when I click through, I'm on Facebook. It's so weird that you guys can't see it. Like that doesn't make any sense. So this is why we test stuff, right? Really, really, really weird. Let me see if I look at these settings. Show notification dots. I don't know. I don't know. Not seeing anything on Facebook on your profile or group. Okay, well. Yeah, on here, it's showing that it's streaming in my... It says it's streaming on my Facebook profile and that there's 0 people there. It shows me how many people are on each platform. In my group, it just has a dash, and I know it's not even there, but I don't understand. All right. Anyway, you guys don't need to sit here and try to troubleshoot this with me. I appreciate you looking into that for me, and I will send in a support ticket and see if I can figure that out. Anyway, so what I was starting to say is there anything, for those of you that are here live, I want to ask you first, is there anything that you need help with? Is there something that is keeping you from, we're coming to the end of the year, and I know a lot of people think, well, I'll just wait till the new year and then I'm magically going to be able to stay on track with my goals or whatever. And no, it's not on my Facebook page. That wasn't even an option to set that up. And I'm seeing it when I go to my Facebook profile, it's there. So I don't know why nobody else is seeing it. That's what's weird. So I know that a lot of people at this point, because we're in the holidays and everything, a lot of people would rather just wait till January 1st and then they're going to magically jump in and be super motivated and make all of their dreams come true kind of thing. I'm of the mindset that the way we end the years, the way we enter the new year, and it's good to set yourself up for success now. And I'm not saying don't like be present with your family during the holidays or anything like that, but I'm just saying like set yourself up in a way where you're going to understand what to do when the new year hits, the holidays are over and you want to hit the ground running. And so my question to you is just is anybody here that has something in particular that is in your way, whether like, some type of a mindset shift is what it usually is, a mindset block where maybe you secretly don't think that you have what it takes to be successful, or maybe it's like it might be like a technical thing, like you believe that you're not techie enough to have an online business and that there's some kind of block around that. I actually got an email from somebody last night because I've been sending, anyway, that doesn't even matter. I got an email from someone last night saying, I love all of your emails and I appreciate all of the stuff that you do, but I don't think I'm smart enough to do what you do. And so that's a limiting belief. That's a mindset thing because we have people succeeding, not even just we, like me and my personal, online community that I'm a part of, but there are all kinds of people succeeding with all different kinds of online businesses from all walks of life. And not all of them are super smart. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't have to be. This is not rocket science. And it's if you're saying that about yourself, it's a limiting belief, right? It's not true. And so I, you know, I just want to invite you to look at some of the stuff that you're telling yourself because that's where the work needs to start. Like those limiting beliefs need to be addressed before you're going to see the level of success that you want to see, because it doesn't even matter like the strategy that any strategy that we use will never outweigh the person that is using it. So if the person, you can be in so much action and doing like all kinds of, TikTok videos and YouTube videos and whatever your strategy is. But if in your mind you don't believe that you're ever going to succeed at this, you're not. If in your mind you're not all in with what you're doing, you're dipping your toe in the water and you're kind of seeing if it's going to work, it's not, because it takes commitment and it takes time and it takes consistency and it takes repetition. And the only way that you will actually do any of those things is if you're all in. When I first started playing the guitar, I remember being so frustrated because my teacher, who's now one of my best friends, he made me put a rubber band around these two fingers to strengthen. He said it will strengthen my pinky because my hand needs to be able to spread out across, all of the frets. And for whatever reason, on a lot of people's hands, the pinky, these two fingers kind of move together. So he made me wear not just a regular rubber band, but one of those really fat ones. And it drove me crazy. And every time I'd be practicing my scales, like it was just really hard to reach because I had this fat rubber band around my fingers and it was hard for me to stretch out my hand. And it was annoying and it wasn't fun. And there was so much repetition involved. If you've ever learned an instrument and you have to play scales, like it's not fun. There's nothing fun about playing scales, I don't think. But I was committed to learning that instrument and I was committed to doing whatever it takes. So I showed up at my lessons and I did whatever he told me to do. I just did it. And I did it over and over and so much repetition and so much repetition. And I did it so much. Like I was practicing like 6 hours a day in the beginning. And I ended up, after like 6 months, I was out playing in coffee shops. Like I had my own gigs and stuff. And that's what I mean when I say like I didn't dip my toe in the water. I went all in. I got a teacher. I did what he said, even though I didn't like it. And I did it every single day and I practiced over and over and over. And marketing is like that. it's a practice, right? It's repetition. It's doing the same things over and over and over and over again. And by doing that over time, that's how we're exercising the muscle, and that's how we actually master anything, marketing or anything. There's no way to master any kind of a skill if you just try it and then quit when it doesn't work. And this is the biggest pitfall that I've seen in marketing is with people that say they want to have an online business, they want to have the freedom, they want to be able to work from home and all of those things. They come online, they start doing a marketing strategy for like a week, and they don't get the results that they were hoping for. So they blame it on the strategy and then go and do a different marketing strategy. And they try another strategy, and then they do that for a week. And when they don't get the results that they want, they move on to another one. And they're constantly jumping from one thing to the next. And if you're doing that, you will never master any skill. You will never master any platform. So I always suggest that, you start with one strategy and you just do it over and over and over and over time for a long period of time. And you will eventually get better at it. You'll get faster at it, and you'll start getting results with it. I promise you, you will get results with it if you keep doing it over a long enough period of time, and you do it consistently, and you do it, daily if you can. There's no way that you're not going to get results if you do that. But the problem is most people don't do that. So that's a mindset thing too. It's like, this isn't working for me. And we also blame things outside of ourselves. Like we blame the strategy, but the strategy is not the problem. It's the person behind the strategy, right? So anyway, I'm just inviting you to look at what's there for you. What kind of a mindset situation do you have going on that might be stopping you from success? When I first started online, I was a single mom, a new single mom. Like I went through an abrupt divorce. I had two tiny children. One was 3 weeks old and the other one was 3 years old. And I didn't want to be away from my kids. And now all of a sudden it was me by myself. So I had a choice. I could either, get a job and put my kids in daycare, or I could figure out how to make money on the internet. And I chose to learn how to make money on the internet, and I did whatever it took. I did whatever it took. I still do whatever it takes. But most people don't start out that way. And part of the problem, or part of the question that I'm inviting you to ask yourself is, what is your why? Like if your why is big enough, like my why was, I didn't want to miss a beat in my kids' lives. I'm going to figure this out no matter what, right? Nothing was going to stop me. Nothing could have stopped me. But a lot of people start to do this and they never get any results because their why just isn't big enough. Like maybe they have enough money and they're not motivated to make money. Like they like the idea of it, but they're not really motivated enough to make it happen. Or, they don't hate their job enough. Like they're okay staying at their job if needed. It's not like, I need out of this job, I'm going to do whatever it takes. And I've seen both types of mindsets. And I've seen the people that have the mindset of, I'm all in, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I've watched how quickly they succeed and how much they succeed compared to the people that dip their toe in the water. So anyway, that's a little bit of a rant, but I just wanted to invite you to kind of think about those mindset things, those blocks that, in case you might have some type of a block going on with you. And if you do, and you want to share it, I'm happy to work with you right here on this live if you want. When I sent out the email today, I also said I will keep it anonymous. So I get if you don't want to share it live, you don't have to, because I know some people, they don't want to admit, people don't want to admit stuff, and so I thought I'd keep it anonymous because I figure any block that anybody else is having, other people are probably having it too. So it's actually helpful for me to speak about it, and I don't need to mention anybody's names. Let me look at a few of these comments, and then I'll go through some of the responses that I got, unless you guys have anything. Cindy says, I'm busy. I'm still working behind the scenes, editing videos. I'm staying busy thanks to you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Cindy works with me personally. She's on my team in my main program, and we have a weekly, I have a weekly inner circle mastermind with my team, and Cindy's on that every single week, and she's amazing, and she's doing amazing things. Let's see. This I struggle with the word value in content and daily routine focus. I struggle with the word value. I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you could tell me more about what you mean about struggling with the word value. Do you not know what it means to provide value in content, or let me know. Frank, hey Frank, liked your audio email and we'll add it to my broadcast. Yeah, I've been adding audio. So today was the first time since I started doing that I did not add an audio. And the reason I didn't add an audio to today's email is because I wanted people to respond to the email. So when I taught how to add an audio to the email, one of the things that I was teaching was that it's cool because unlike other people, like I shared in my training, I used somebody else as kind of I kind of modeled what she was doing. She is streaming her audios on SoundCloud, which doesn't allow you to put like your call to action buttons below the audio or anything like that. The way I'm doing it in a custom way that my team members all have access to. So we can, when I'm talking about something in the email and somebody's listening to the audio version of it, there'll be a button there that they can click on instead of them listening to the audio and then having to go back to the email to click the link, right? I wanted to make it easy when you know how like in an email, you'll like highlight the text and make it clickable, and that's the link. Well, if somebody's listening to an audio, obviously that's not happening. But if you put a button below the audio, then it makes it really easy for people to just click on it as they're listening. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try to share my screen. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, so let me just see if I can pull up a tab with one of my emails on it real quick and see. Oops. I don't know if I can. I need to figure out what the link is to one of my emails. I figured I just, here we go. Okay. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to share my screen on here. This should be interesting. I really don't know what I'm doing on this platform at all. All right, share screen. All right, I don't know what you guys can see now. Oh my God, everything is like gone. Oh wait. I'm so confused right now. I can't find my live stream anymore. What do you guys see? Oh my God. I think I screwed up. Oh wait, there, it is on the screen. Okay. All right. Picture-in-picture mode closed to maintain recording quality. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? I just wanted to give you a visual. So this is what I mean. So when someone clicks on my email to listen to it, they're listening here, and then anything that I'm talking about in the email, I've got buttons underneath so that they can click on them. Yeah, so I will have to get better at sharing the screen because stop sharing. Yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get the hang of this. I used to use a different platform for streaming, and I had that kind of down to a science, but this one's new for me. So anyway, so that was a good little experiment. Let me see what else we have here. Cindy says the inner circle is amazing. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, so I have a weekly inner circle that I do, like I was saying, for my team, and we I provide support for every single person that shows up on there. We do check-in and provide support, and it's awesome. There are a lot of ways to make money on the internet where you can actually be very supported along the way. And I try to provide some of those ways for as many people as I can that are interested in working with me. So, if you have questions about how to work with me, you can let me know. There's also a QR code on this screen where if you scan that QR code, it'll take you to like my resources. So you can get some of my free guides. You can learn more about some of the things that I do. And you can, if you opt in for any of my stuff, you'll get onto my email list, and then you'll be able to be emailed from me with more information about certain things that I do. You'll get notified every time I have a new YouTube video or any kind of a new training that I want you to know about, a webinar, anything like that. So you can just scan the QR code, and that should take you to my resources page. So Frank said he's going to start doing the audio email. Awesome. Yeah, I did a training on that. That is in Wealthflix. I also have one. All right, I'm going to try to share my screen again and see how this goes. I'm wondering if, I don't know. It's confusing to me. Let me try this again. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's see. I think because I have everything in the same browser, it might make it weird. Share screen. Okay. So you guys can see my YouTube channel. Let me play with the layout for a second. I think a different layout might be better for this. Let's see. Like maybe that. See these different layouts it has? Maybe we'll do that. And then it's a little bit bigger. So this video right here, turn your emails into audios, is where you can learn how to do that. It's right here on my YouTube channel. So, okay, let me stop sharing for a second. Thank you for bearing with me while I'm figuring all this out. QR code works. Nice ad. Cool. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. Like I'll show you the other thing I can do. So I have an overlay that I used to use when I used to do lives. And they have some other ones in here that you can use. But like I have this. I don't know what you guys think about this. What's weird with this platform is, see how my name is here? Like it won't let me like make it go away. So because this overlay has my name on it, I think it's weird to have it there twice. So I didn't include it, but you guys can let me know what you think of it. And I mean, I can create another overlay. I can create whatever kind of overlay I want. The other thing about this overlay that I'm not sure about, you guys can tell me what you think, is this live up in the corner. Because the replay will stay on my YouTube channel, and so it'll still say live, and I don't know if that's weird. I mean, it's obvious that it's a replay from a live, so I think it's probably fine. But that's the overlay feature. Yeah, so you guys can let me know what you think about that. And all right, let me just address a couple of these questions or responses that I got. Uh-oh. Frank's asking, what's the platform you're using? It's called, if you're going to check it out, I want to give you my link because I am an affiliate for it and you know how we roll. So this will be another good experiment. I'll add my link right now. And what's cool is if you guys were watching in my studio, which I can invite you to do, this would be an actual live link that you could click on the screen. Obviously on YouTube, you can't click on any links on the screen, but I can invite my audience to watch in the studio. And what's cool about that is there's like a chat that everybody can see and I can pull people out on screen with me, but also that link, is, it's got let me turn the timer off. Hold on a second. It has this timer, so it won't stay on the screen. And I think there's a way to, there. All right, let's see. Okay, so now it shouldn't turn it off. Anyway, it's called Riverside, and basically what it is it's like Descript in the sense that you can do all kinds of video editing in it. You can also, a lot of podcasters use it because it's great for doing like interviews because you can have multiple people on the screen and it shows everybody. And then the other thing that it does with just a click of a button is it takes like your podcast, for example. It's one of the main reasons I got it. Takes your podcast and it'll create like a whole bunch of clips of your podcast with like, my guest on the top and me on the bottom, and it'll have captions and all that. So it makes it really easy for me to share clips from my podcast on the short form video platforms and stuff like that. So it does that. It live streams. Trying to think. There's so many things that you can do with it. It's a very robust platform. And yeah, you can do all your video editing. You can create videos in it, like I use ScreenFlow to create my videos. And I'll probably start experimenting with this because ScreenFlow I love ScreenFlow. And what I love about it is I've been using it for a long time. So there's no learning curve for me. I can create a video and edit it really easily. With this, it does so much that I have to learn it. But like, you can edit, you can click a button to remove all of the all of the blank space, all of the filler words. It just does a lot more as far as editing. So I can create my videos in this platform. I can share my screen. I can do all the things that I do in ScreenFlow, and then I can edit it right in the same platform. And I can add captions to it and do stuff that ScreenFlow doesn't even do. ScreenFlow also doesn't have AI, so it doesn't like remove filler words and do all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this platform is just has more going on. So that's the platform I'm using. And this is my affiliate link, full disclosure. But for those of us that are affiliate marketers, whenever we use a tool, people are going to ask us what it is, and we like to I'm a big believer in becoming an affiliate for any tools that you use in your business, because then you make an income when you refer somebody, and then you end up not having to pay for your tools because you're making, commissions that amount to more than the tool cost on its own. So that's one of the things that I absolutely love about affiliate marketing. And, that being said, the main affiliate program that I'm a part of, that I know a lot of the people here are also a part of, because I'm seeing lots of people here from my team, it's an affiliate. It has an affiliate program. It's awesome marketing tools. Like we have tools that show people how to generate traffic and leads and convert them to sales. We have a whole academy for that. We have an amazing funnel builder, so we have an image generator. We have a prompt, like a chat GPT kind of situation going on that's actually better than chat GPT. We have all kinds of tools in there, right? And what's cool about ours is that it pays 80% commissions. And so when people are interested in using the tools that I use, I can refer them and I get paid 80% commissions every time I do that. So with one sale, I've almost already paid for my stuff. And with two sales, I'm already in profit. So most affiliate programs are not that generous. So for example, Riverside, I'm an affiliate for Riverside. They pay 20%. My main affiliate program pays 80%. So if you want more information about that, if you scan the QR code, that'll take you to my resources page. And on that resources page, you'll see the 3 residual income streams that I swear by, and you can learn more all about how I do that. I want to see if I can find the, the questions that people sent me today, or the stuff that people sent me today. Okay, here we go. I guess in my future, once I move and sell my house and all of that, I'm going to set up a whole new office, and I am going to get another screen because it is hard to manage everything on one screen. I've been doing it for the life of my business, which is awesome because I work from a laptop, so I'm on the go a lot and I can do everything from my laptop. But when I'm home, it might be nice to have another screen. So, okay, so let me just address a couple of these questions and then we'll call it a wrap. All right, so one of the ones that came in today said, I would like to make money online, but I'm not an expert on anything really. But I did write a faith-centered children's book and would like to share that with the world, but also help me create freedom for me and my family to share the good word and travel too without having to worry about how to pay for our next meal. So there's a couple different things, there's a couple different things here. Like, I'm not an expert on anything really. You don't have to be an expert on anything to make money online. That was how this started out. I'd like to make money online, but I'm not an expert on anything. I was not an expert when I started either, and a lot of people aren't. And so how does that work? I'm sorry, my controls are all over the place. So what I always recommend is there something that you're passionate about? And it sounds like there is. You wrote a faith-based children's book. Like, that's something, you must have passion about your faith in order to have written a book for children about it, right? That's a passion, number one. And for anybody else that's thinking this, like, I'm not passionate about, or I'm not an expert in anything. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to consider yourself an expert. Because what's cool is we can start creating content about things just because we're passionate about it, not because we're an expert in it. And when we do that, what happens is we start to become an expert in that thing over time because we're learning about it. So let's say, like, I love golf, but I suck at golf. I'm just starting to learn how to play golf, but I'm super passionate about golf. Well, I could start making videos about, like, I'm going to my first golf lesson today, guys. I can't wait to see what they teach me. And I can make a video about that, right? I can make another video about what I learned in my first golf lesson, and I can share that with people. Maybe I get my first set of golf clubs and I'm share about, like, the process of purchasing golf clubs and what I learned, or, you could even take people into the store with you and, like, take video clips about the questions you're asking to the salesperson or whatever. There's so many ways to create content about the things that we're passionate about. And because we're passionate about it, we're going to be, just doing it every day, right? You're going to be playing golf every day and learning golf, and you're just, immersed in golf, reading books about golf. When you're reading books about golf, that's going to give you tons of content, things that you can create content about. And so you're sharing things that you're passionate about over a course of time, like, forever if you want. And you're learning at, we're always learning and learning and learning, student of life, never to graduate. That's what I always say, especially with the things that we're passionate about, right? So as you're learning, we say, learn, do, teach. You learn something, you do it yourself. You go to your golf lesson, you learn a new swing, you do it yourself, and then you teach it. You don't have to be an expert to teach people what you just learned, something that you're doing yourself. Another example, and a lot of you have heard me say this before, like when I first started marketing online, I didn't know anything. So I shared every little thing as I was learning it. Like I shared when I first learned how to put a link in an email, I thought that was like the most incredible thing that I'd ever learned in my entire life, was how to highlight text and turn it into a link. It might seem like a really small win, but it's still a win. It was a win for me, and it's a win for somebody that's following my journey who didn't know how to do that. A lot of times people get stuck and stopped because they feel like, I'm not an expert. Why would somebody follow me when they can go follow somebody that's so much further along than I am? And the reason is because for somebody else that's just starting out, it's easier for them to learn from somebody that's one step ahead of them instead of somebody that's way down the path from them. Like if you're following a golf pro instead of somebody that's just starting out, that golf pro is probably not going to be teaching, the same at the foundational level that the brand new person is going to be, the person that's learning, doing, and teaching as they go. So I built my entire following and my entire business by just sharing my journey and sharing what I was learning as I was learning it. So we don't have to be an expert in anything. And that, again, that's a mindset thing. We can stop telling ourselves that we need to be an expert in order to succeed in anything, because as long as you're passionate about something, you can, there's an endless amount of content that you can be creating on that topic that will help other people. And what's cool is, like in a platform like the one that I'm a part of, we teach people all of these different marketing strategies. There's a whole back office that teaches like how to generate leads on Facebook or YouTube or podcasting, or there's everything that you can imagine, right? There's all these different, TikTok, Instagram, like whatever. There's all these different marketing strategies, right? So if you, like going back to the golf thing, like, so how am I going to make money making videos about golf? Well, the way you make money about making videos about golf is you're sharing all of this content about golf with your audience. And some of those people are probably wondering, like you can tell them, like, I'm creating this content and generating residual income doing this. So if you're passionate about golf too, and you want to learn how to do this so you can have more time to play golf, I'd love to show you how. And then we have this amazing, like I just shared, we have this amazing affiliate program for these tools and training that help people build a business online and learn how to generate traffic and leads and sales. And it pays 80% commissions, right? So you can share that with the people that you're making the golf content for. And because of the 80% commissions, like I explained, you make 2 sales and now you're in profit, you're making money, you're in business. And you can help other people do the same thing. And we can do that in any single niche, any passion, anything. So you can do the same thing with your children's book about faith. There are a couple different angles that you can take with it. You could use like a funnel builder, like the one that I represent, that's amazing, to build a funnel for your book, to sell your book. So if it's like a physical book, you could create some type of a lead magnet, some type of a freebie that you can give away that has to do with, something for faith-centered for kids that's free, because that's how you're going to, find the people that are interested in, faith-centered stuff for kids, right? So you give away something for free, and it could even be just like a printable little thing. It could be like a chapter from the book. I don't know what kind of book it is, if it's like a chapter book or if it's a picture book or whatever, but it could be like an excerpt from the book that they can like print out and frame. It could be, I mean, it could be anything, right? And the people that opt into that to get that for free, now they're on your email list, and your emails could be letting them know about your book, talking more about your faith, the good word, like you said, you want to spread the good word. So you could have emails about that. And P.S., I have a faith-based children's book that I'd love to share with you. Click here to buy it on Amazon or wherever they buy it, right? So that's one way that you could do it. Another thing that you could do is, if the book is digital, you could use it as a lead magnet. You could give it away for free. And, and then you could get people onto your list and show them, the next, how to monetize their passions, just like you're doing, right? And have something on the back end, like the platform that I use that I was just explaining, to help people monetize their passions. So, I mean, there are a lot of different ways to do it. But the first piece from your question is when you said, I want to make money online, but I'm not an expert in anything. You don't have to be an expert in anything to make money online. You just have to have a passion that you want to share. So I hope that helped. Let's see what this says. Mike's here. Facebook is probably set to only me versus public, so might have to figure out how to make it public. Oh, is that in the Facebook settings or the streaming software settings? Is it in my like privacy settings? Thanks, Mike. I'm going to go look at that real quick. I don't know if it's a Facebook thing, though. I don't really know where I'm looking, but let me go look real quick. See if there's anything I can figure out, or if anyone knows, or Mike, if you know. Let's see. Or is it too late because it's already streaming, maybe? I don't even know where to look. Is it in like my main settings? Yeah, I don't understand. I'm trying to even find my settings. Like I don't see anything. So, and I don't even know if I'm looking in the right place. Like this might be something I need to do on the streaming platform. Let's click this. Quality. No, that's not it. Not sure. Might check streaming software before going live, or maybe Facebook. I'd have to try the platform first to figure that out. Okay. Well, I won't mess with it now, but and I'll send in a support ticket when I get off of here too, to ask them as well, because I don't really know. Like I said, even when I was using StreamYard, I never went live on my profile. I always went live in my group on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I need to figure that out, but thank you. All right, let's see. What other questions I had from people? I need to get out of my own way, and start taking action. Yeah, you do. That's the thing. Like, we make excuses all the time, like we get distracted by so many things. Like, that's one of the things about working from home. It's so easy to get distracted. We can get distracted by our laundry or our pets or whatever we have going on. And it's really, really easy to get distracted. And so if you are saying you need to get out of your own way and start taking action, again, it comes down to mindset. It comes down to, how bad do you want it? How committed are you to your success? And are you willing to hold yourself accountable to yourself? You can hold yourself accountable to somebody else if you want to, if that's, if you need to. Some people need to, because they won't hold themselves accountable to yourself. But like, going back to like, what's your why? Why are you doing this? And going back to like what I shared about when I first started, like I wasn't holding myself accountable to anyone but myself. I just knew that I didn't want to miss a beat in my kids' lives, and I was going to just show up every day and I was going to do whatever it took. And I was a deer in the headlights when I was shooting my videos. I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I was fumbling. I was going to like internet marketing seminars where I was asking questions and people were looking at me like I was an idiot because these were like advanced marketers and I didn't know anything, but I was like, how am I supposed to learn it unless I show up? And this is before everything was, online like it is now. So I had to like go to actual live events to learn the things that I needed to learn. And I just did whatever it took, right? And I was coachable and I did whatever I was told to do. So, like, if you know that you need to show up and you need to, take action every day, in my opinion, it just comes down to you not being super committed to your goals. Like your why isn't big enough. So I would just invite you to ask yourself, why are you doing this in the first place? Find a reason to do it that lights you up, that is like, it's just non-negotiable. And you're just going to show up no matter what. And like I said, for some people, it means having to be held accountable by somebody other than yourself. For me, I can hold myself accountable and I can succeed doing that. But some people do need to be held accountable by somebody else. I've shared the story before where what I did when I was back when I used to do network marketing. I had a sponsor who was also a good friend of mine, and I was really, really, really committed to getting to the next rank advancement in my company. And I wasn't getting there. Like, I mean, I was doing the work, but I wasn't getting there. I thought I was doing the work, but I wasn't getting there as, at the rate that I wanted to get there. And so I made a promise to him that if you guys have ever heard the risk reward thing, so there's different things that we can do to help us stay in action, the kind of action that we want to be in. And we can put risks in place, like if you don't do the action, this happens. And then we can also put rewards in place where if you do the action, you get some type of a reward for that. And so I put risks and rewards in place, and that's what catapulted me to that rank advancement. I basically told my sponsor that I was going to do I was going to reach out to like 10 cold calls per day, basically. I was in health and wellness, so I was reaching out to like chiropractors and massage therapists, and like I was just like looking people up in the phone book. Like it didn't matter. I had to reach out to 10 people per day. Anybody. It didn't even have to be people that were in health and wellness. I reached out to other people just to see, people that were working full time, to see if they wanted to look at another way to earn income or whatever. But I told him on any day that I don't do my 10, that I was going to pay him $50. So I put that at stake. I put that on the line as a risk, so that on any given day that I don't do my 10 invitations, I'm going to have to pay him $50. And guess what? I never had to pay him $50, because as soon as I put that in place, I never didn't make the calls. And sometimes it was challenging. Like one night I was going to a party with my husband at the time, and we were like on the highway going to this party in Denver, and I hadn't finished my calls yet. And I knew that by the time I got home from the party, it was going to be late, whatever. So there are a couple things that I would do in that case. This particular night, I started calling numbers that I would see on the sides of like a truck driving down the highway, like a landscaping truck or something. I would call the number and I would say, hey, do you keep your options open as far as ways to earn residual income on the side of your landscaping business? And I was like in the car, he was driving, and I was making calls. I had like 3 calls left to do, and I got them done before I got to the party. The other thing that I would do in a case like that is I would work the time zones. If it got to be too late where I lived, I would call people in another time zone. I just did whatever it took, right? So that's another way to hold yourself accountable. And then the rewards are like, if there are different ways to do rewards. You can have, like, I had a reward in place for when I hit the goal. I wanted to go to this certain place. It's on a lake. They have these cabins that I love. I just love this place. And I had been there before, and I said, when I hit this goal, I'm going to treat myself and my husband to a weekend at Gold Lake Resort. And so that was the reward that I had in place for when I hit my goal. But we could also put rewards in place for when we do our actions for the day, or when we do our actions every day for the week, right? So there are different ways that we can set it up so that we're more likely to, do what we said we're going to do if you have trouble holding yourself accountable. So those are just some ideas. Risks and rewards work really well. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. And right, I've already been on for an hour, so I'll do maybe one more question. I have quite a few here, but let me see if any of them are kind of similar. Okay. Afraid to make videos and content. I don't feel photogenic or high energy at times. So I always say that I think we're all afraid to make videos in the beginning. I still get nervous. I mean, I'm someone that's still, and some of you guys know this. You've seen me like speak on stage, and I'm a nervous wreck. And even when I get on Zoom calls, I get nervous. Like I've just never really gotten over the nervousness. It does get easier over time. I was definitely a deer in the headlights when I first started, but I always say like we all have that. Like we're not born just knowing how to be comfortable on camera. It's very strange to talk to an inanimate object, right? Like it's weird and it's uncomfortable. And it's just one of those things that we just get better at over time. We just have to do it, right? And continue to do it, just like I was saying in the beginning about doing the same things over and over and over and over to get better and better and faster. And things get better. You get better at it. Your like editing skills will get better the more videos you make. You'll get more comfortable on camera. And it's just about exercising that muscle. And as far as like not feeling photogenic or high energy at times, usually don't feel photogenic or high energy. So again, it just comes down to like, how bad do you want it? Do you want to use that as an excuse, or do you want to just show up? And the other thing is, there are different things that you can do to make that piece of it easier. Like if there's a certain time of day where you feel more high energy, like make your videos at that time. Some people go to the extreme of like, I know women that go to the salon and get a blowout once a week, and then they create all of their content on that day because that's when they look their best. So they batch their content and they create all their content on the day that they feel the most photogenic, right? So there are things like that you can do. Like on the days, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I make content when I'm sweaty and I just got back from the gym. Like I'll put on some clean clothes or something, but a lot of times my hair is like dreadlocks from sweat or whatever. And I'm just like, if it's the day that I'm supposed to be making content, I just do it. Like I just do it. It's like, oh well, it's not about how I look. It's about the what I came here to share. And I've shared this thing many times. Something that really made a difference for me years ago is the idea of being on mission. Being on mission is something that I learned when I was listening to an interview with one of my spiritual teachers was interviewing, and this was a long time ago. This was probably like 14 years ago or something like that. I've been marketing online now for 21 years, and this changed everything for me. He was interviewing a couple of opera singers, and he was asking them, how is it that you can sing in a language that your audience doesn't understand, like they're singing in Italian to an English-speaking audience, and yet people are still moved to tears? How does that work? And they said, when you are connecting at a heart level, the words don't matter. So, we're not connecting in the head at an intellectual level. We're connecting from the heart. So the words don't matter. And then he asked them, and what about stage fright? Like, how do you get on a stage in front of thousands of people and not freeze up? And they said, when you are on mission, there is no stage fright. It doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if you fall down. It doesn't matter if they clap for you or if they even like you. All that matters is you have something to share. You are there to provide something for your audience, and that's it. So it doesn't matter what you look like that day. It doesn't matter if you're feeling photogenic. The thing that this really helped me with a lot was I used to get really, really self-conscious if I was trying to shoot a video and other people could see me doing it. And this was before everyone had a phone in their pocket with a camera. I used to carry around a little Canon ELPH camera, one of those little cameras. I had it in my purse all the time. So sometimes I'd be walking, like I lived in Boulder, Colorado, and I'd be walking down the Pearl Street Mall, and I was like too scared to like take out my camera and shoot a video right then and there if I had like an inspired thought, because I thought people are going to stare at me and think I'm weird, right? So I was like really like, weird about that. And after I listened to that interview about being on mission, it changed everything for me. I was like, it doesn't matter if people think I'm weird. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. And I still do it. And a lot of us do it. I see people doing it all the time. People, marketers and people in our community, like, I'll be at the beach and shoot a video and people might wonder what I'm shooting a video about. It doesn't matter. I'm sharing my thoughts with my audience. And so, I think, again, it's a matter of why are you doing this, and what, and being on mission, like knowing that you have a gift and you have value to share, and that it doesn't matter if you're feeling photogenic. It doesn't matter if you're high energy. There are things you can do about that. Like I said, you can choose certain times a day, or, if it makes you feel more comfortable to shoot a video on a day that you've took a shower or whatever, like, you can do that, but don't let it get in your way if you have value to share. I have found that the content that hits the best for your audience, for me, this has been my experience. I'm not going to say that this is the only way, but like, I never script anything, and I never do a second take of anything. And the reason for that is because I want to connect at that heart level. So if I'm scripting it out ahead of time, I'm in my head. Or if I shoot a video and then I'm like, I don't like the way I was sitting, or my hair was out of place or something like that, and I try to reshoot it, or a lot of times I'll think like I forgot to say something in that video, or I meant to say something else, or I wish I didn't say something. So I try to reshoot it to do it better the second time. And what happens is, instead of just flowing from my heart, now I'm in my head worrying about if I'm sitting the right way, worrying about if my hair is out of place, making sure I don't forget to say that thing I forgot to say the last time, or making sure I'm not going to say the thing I wish I didn't say the first time. And I'm not in my heart anymore. I'm in my head. So it doesn't land the same. And the other thing about that is that I find when I have an inspired moment, like when, how like you'll be in the shower and you'll have like a download from the universe, or it happens for me a lot, like when I'm walking, like in nature or on the beach or whatever. What I find is the sooner I share that, the better it lands, and the better it flows out of my heart, and the better it lands with my audience. If I wait and I say, oh, that's a great topic for a video, I'll do that next Monday, it's gone. The inspiration is gone. I could still do it. I can still manage it, but it's not going to come across the same as it does in the moment. So that's what I have to say about that, about being afraid to deliver content. We all have value. We all have gifts. We all have passion and things that we can share to make a difference for people. And so we just have to, face the fear, do it anyway, and be on mission. So I hope that helps. I've been on here quite a while now. So let me see what else we got going on in here. You are a great teacher. True. Very strange to talk to inanimate object. Thank you for sending email reminder. Oh, you're welcome. Vanessa, good to see you here. Okay, well, if anyone else has any questions, I do have other things that came through, but I I've been on here for over an hour, so I think that's long enough for this one. And I'm gonna go send a support ticket and see if I can figure out why it didn't stream to Facebook. It's not the end of the world. I don't even know that I really want to stream on my Facebook profile, but yeah, I guess it wouldn't be I mean, I want to understand why it's not working regardless. And it also didn't stream in my group, but the group was a different kind of setup. It's and I don't even know if Mike is still here, but it's called something else. It's called like a R. It's like 4 letters, and it's for like other places other than the ones that they have set up in this platform. Like here, they have YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook profile. I know TikTok's one of them, but you have to go through that same thing that you have to do for Facebook group. Anyway, it's just like a different type of a process. And so maybe I just didn't do it right. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. If anyone has any questions real quick while I'm on, I'm happy to answer them. And if not, I just want to say thank you so much for showing up and for leaving comments so that I could test this all out. And, you know, if you're watching the replay and you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I will be sure and comment back or provide anything that I can to help you along your way. And yeah, hopefully I'll be going live more often here in the future now that I have a platform. You're welcome, Frank. It was great to have you here. And thank you to everybody that showed up. And if I don't see you before, you know, enjoy the season, enjoy the holiday season, and we'll be talking to you real soon. And I hope to, like the other thing that I didn't do on this video today was with my other platform, I used to have it set up so like there'd be a thumbnail already up on YouTube about like the topic that I was going to be going live about that day or whatever, so that like when I emailed my list, I could send them directly to that spot. And I hadn't even figured out how to do that yet by the time I went live today. So I just went live and I didn't have any like specific place to send you guys. So hopefully I can get that all done, because I like to give you guys a lot more notice than I gave you today too. And have like a more specific topic so that you can come and ask questions and stuff like that. So anyway, I hope to see you again soon. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh my gosh. I can